on the meeting. Thank you very much, all of you for your attendance tonight. Town Council, East Finchley Town Council Planning Committee meeting. We will begin.
Okay.
My chair is about to start like that, yeah. With apologies for absence or substitutions. I believe we have apologies from Councillor Odie. I'm not aware of any further. So I would propose that we accept and can I have a second for that, please? Second. Thank you very much. Can I have a show of hands to approve that, please? Fantastic. Thank you very much. That's carried. Next up to receive the planning meeting minutes of the planning committee meeting on the 20th of May 2025. And they have been circulated. I propose that the committee minutes of the 10th of 20th of May, yeah. The 20th of May be approved as a true and accurate record of the meeting. May I have a second for that, please? I'm happy to second. Thank you very much. Can we take a vote on approving those minutes, please? Thank you very much. I will remember to sign this time. I was looking at the
Oh, surprise! Nice surprise.
Thank you. Okay, moving on. Declarations of interest. Does anyone have any declarations of interest they wish to declare concerning the agenda?
No.
Okay. I'd like to change. Yeah. Right, Chairman's announcements. I didn't have any previously because the main thing I was going to mention was the district council issue, but the district plan issue, but that is its own agenda item, so I'll leave that for now. However, I believe the town clerk circulated a nice little update for us regarding the ongoing corridor study. I don't know if everyone has seen that just yet, so I might have to run through that very quickly. Stage 2 of the study is due to commence with West Sussex County Council working with Surrey County Council on feasibility design work, testing and business case development on a set of interventions focusing on junction improvements, public transport priority infrastructure, and active travel improvements, including consideration of the role of the Worthway. This document dates back to last summer. However, there will be an update due to local stakeholders on the study progress in the coming weeks, which hopefully I will be including I being the town clerk. I will liaise with West Sussex County Council further to see if there is any more information available. Please let me know if you have any particular questions you'd like to raise. I have to take any points for now if anyone has any. But if anyone did want to make any questions on that, Councillor.
Thank you, Chairman. Yeah, I haven't seen that update. Thank you, Town Clerk, for that. Is there another meeting scheduled? Do we know, Town Clerk?
No, so I only came across this document when we were talking about the Avenue Vert, if I remember it correctly, and about that development, the proposals they're looking into to make some improvements to there. And the West Sussex officer talked about the A22 corridor improvements he was working on. So I reached out to him and said, could you share that with me? And he sent that through to me, which I've circulated today. I don't know if you've seen that before or not, because it does date back to July last year.
Right.
But what he did say in his email to me was that there would be further updates coming very soon, and he would make sure I was included.
Great.
So if anyone, if you could, maybe you've seen it before, or maybe it's new, I don't know, but if you could have a look at it and let me know, and if you've got anything you want me to raise or address, let me know, and I will go back to him.
Great, thank you.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone else have anything further on that? That's it. Thank you very much. Thank you, Town Clerk, for the updates. I don't have anything else in my chair's announcements, so I'll move on to the planning committee action list, which is something of a new initiative to keep up to date on actions. Should I just run through the stuff about the essentially?
Yeah, there's, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's basically two outstanding, they're both on me, so. But yeah,
Okay, so, first one is, to chase the district council, regarding a site meeting with the planning officer, for the application.
Oh, the site meeting has happened,
Yes,
that's fine. So that one's complete.
can I ask a silly question on that one? Feedback has been provided to councillors.
We've just been talking about this, haven't we?
Okay.
Ed's had some feedback, we're gonna make sure that's circulated to everybody and also to the members of the public who've been raising questions with Ed about the site. So we're gonna make sure that's done this week.
Stanley, thank you very much, and thank you, councillor Godwin, for your efforts on this. Obviously, it's in your ward, and I know you're keeping a keen eye on it, so thank you very much for that.
Chairman,
Okay. Yes,
sorry. Just on that, it's my understanding that it's coming to District Planning Committee a week on Thursday, June the 19th, to the District Planning Committee. So if any members of the public that Councillor Godwin and others have been liaising with, if they can, and the town clerk could please convey, if they wish to attend at Hayward Heath, the meeting starts at 2 o'clock. I don't know what else is on the agenda, but you get there before 2 o'clock if you wish to speak under, public questions. Then they can do 2 o'clock Thursday the 19th of June at Hayward Heath.
That's it.
We'll make sure they're there, thank you.
Brilliant, thank you. And the other item in the action block is update planning minutes in the minute book.
That one's been completed, I think you've got the completed list there.
Okay, brilliant.
Makes it easy.
I've got them open here.
Was I supposed to be reading from another?
That's the appendix, that's the one that's sent out.
Open, but that's fine.
Thank you.
The ones that are open are, I still need to get, all correspondence, relating to, I forget which matter it is now, actually, onto the planning portal, but it will be in a minute, so I'll check that one down. And reassurance that S106 funding would not be at risk due to Mid Sussex ceasing to exist, at devolution. The A22 update, I've sent a partial one out with the information and I'll continue to follow up. Those are the only ones.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
In future, when we get to this part of the agenda, do I go to you?
You can, if that's easier, then I can just explain because it's probably my update to give anyway, so yeah,
Sure.
that's
Thank you.
absolutely fine.
Great, thank you.
What's for noting?
Hmm?
Are they for noting?
Yes,
Yeah.
just for noting, just to keep you abreast of the outstanding actions and that you know that they are
Okay.
being done.
Noted, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
noted.
you. Okay, so next up, we will move on to. Oh, no, we'll move to the district plan, first we're gonna move to the last thing, okay, so. I believe well, a bit of background, I think everyone's probably aware of, the district plan, the inspector has called into question the current district plan, and so that it's not, it's failing essentially for a want of a better word. So, there has been a response from the district council, which has been circulated, well, it would have been circulated within the agenda items anyway, but I think it might have been.
All councillors.
So, I'm not gonna run through the whole of the response, but essentially, obviously, it's bad news, and seems a little bit extreme, a little bit unfair. But watch this space on what outcome comes from the response from the local planning authority, I suppose. Did anyone got some feedback on that?
Yeah, thanks, Chair. Yeah, there was a press release last week, which went to town clerk, issued by the district council, chief executive, Catherine Hall, went to town clerk, that's been issued, I believe it's on the town council website, town clerk as well. So effectively, the technical situation is that the district plan the latest district plan is still in examination. It hasn't been rejected. So there is one point of that the inspector has made a comment on, which is due to the what's called duty to cooperate. And it's a very technical matter. And the district council have gone back to the planning inspectorate to question the feedback that they've got. They've waited 6 months from the inspector to get any feedback at all. So, which is in itself very odd, very strange to have no communications at all. So they've gone back to the pins, but currently the plan is still in examination. And as you say, watch this space from the district council. They are liaising very closely with the planning inspectorate and hoping to get some better news in the coming weeks of positive progress.
Yes, all I'd like to add to that really is we welcome the very clear and concise response from the district council quite quickly, quite a good rebuttal. So it'll be interesting to see from that out of that. Obviously, we all know that without a solid district plan, you run a risk of speculative development, which is
Well, currently there is no 5-year housing land supply, so the current situation hasn't changed that. There's been no 5-year land supply since about last autumn. So, as you say, that makes it more risky for speculative applications.
Absolutely. Does anyone else want to make any further comments on that? Fantastic. Oh, okay.
Just one really, the disappointment is that they can't settle something, because obviously we can't move forward with our neighbourhood plan and move forward what we want to do as a town until they settle the district plan. So it does have a knock-on effect to us and obviously the other Mid Sussex town councils. So that is a consideration that we need to think about.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Okay, barring any more indications, I'll move on to licensing applications, in which we have 2. So we have a new premises license for, premises license for the Goat in High Street, vitamin A, and equally premises license for the Brent Care Home. Did anyone wish to make any comments on that?
I love the fact that the care home actually wish a premises licence for their residents, but obviously whatever reason, it's tickled me.
No trust in my opinion.
Sounds good care home to me.
Exactly.
They will be charging for it, it will be a bar.
Yeah, but even so, yeah.
I think that should have expensive.
So that's not just a very creative name for some kind of new nightclub or something.
No, it is
The end of Dorset Avenue.
Oh.
Mm.
Well, okay, right.
Yeah, and sorry, just on the application 0491, the Goat. I do know that I had spoken with the owner proprietor some months ago around Christmas time. And this is in parallel with a planning application they've had, because it's a listed building for a shop refurbishment extension with a flue. It's taken a long time to get that planning permission, which has now come through. So I sincerely hope on a personal level that this licence does get approved quickly, because the applicant has been waiting a long time. He's got very genuinely good intentions, and it's a great little premises.
Agreed.
I agree. So I really hope he gets it.
Thank you very much, Councillor. Hopefully we won't have that same licensing application on next time.
Yeah.
Because I think we had it the last time. Or the time before that, perhaps. Thank you very much. Okay, does anyone else wish to make any further comments? We will move on to an appeal notice, AP 25/0028, land adjacent to Woodside Medway Drive. How do you want me to approach this sometime?
I think it's just to yeah. If anybody has any observations.
Details of that particular appeal that I believe have been circulated within the planning, the meeting agenda paperwork.
Indeed.
In appendix C. Yeah. So, did anyone want to make any comments on that? Fantastic, I guess we'll note that one.
Noted.
Noted.
Moving on, the main bulk of the agenda, the actual financial motions for discussion. I think I'll open this by just asking the committee, given the question we had at the start from our member of the public in attendance, did anyone wish to speak in any way or make any comment on the Sanctuary lawful development certificate? Brilliant. Okay, thank you very much.
Chairman, I would add it's a long-standing protocol that this committee, as you said in your introduction, does not comment on LDS. Because it's legal technical issues and that's complex.
Yeah.
It's always dealt with by us.
Of course, yeah, and an administrative issue to do with dealt with by the local planning
Yeah.
authority.
There's every single area that comes through.
Absolutely, thank you very much. In that case, then we'll begin with a few trees. As usual, it's very hard to read back if you guys are very strong, so I'll read them out. DM 25 1255, 21 Gardeners Lane, 3 Beach, T1 and T2 remove. I hate when I have these long words.
Epicormic.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Great. I think when we get to this part, you should just take this part. As we're not connected. To a height of 5 metres, reduce overhanging growth by up to 3 metres and no further than previous cut points. DM 25 1256, 23 Gardeners Lane, 7 beech trees, T1, T4, and T5. Remove epicormic growth to
This one's ivy, does it? Is that ivy?
All the little shoots.
Oh, right.
Height of 5 metres, reduce overhanging growth by a max of 3 metres, no further than previous cut points. T3, remove 2 drooping branches back to a secondary branch. DM 25 1329, 38 Greenstein Avenue, oak tree, removal overgrown extended extended growth from main trunk and reduced crown. And finally, DM 25 1369, to Maple Road, beech tree to reduce back to previous points where applicable, otherwise 2 to 3 metres. I would suggest that we recommend that we approve barring any issues raised by the relevant tree officer. Am I proposing this, Councillor Clark? Do we want to actually propose that? I always forget, we know what to propose. I will propose that we do that. Can I second, please?
Second.
Thank you very much. Does anyone wish to make any comments on those trees? If there's no indication from council, this is not fair.
You see, we'll look at you.
You may as well move on.
Except dinner in the oven.
Second it.
No, that's your job always. Okay, right, in that case, then we'll move on to the first property. So we have DM 25 0833 4 Burston Gardens. So this is a proposed gable in the first floor rear extension of Juliet balcony, new roof lights for rear dormer, alterations to garage roof and rear and side main building fenestration. So, Burston Gardens is here. This is number 4. Yeah, so that's where we are. Forgive me, I haven't actually labelled what is proposed and what is existing, so I confused the life out of myself trying to work it out after I actually made the slides. However, this is I believe this is the current floor. And then this is the proposed, so this is essentially this mess here is the ground floor plan, first floor plan, and this is the loft plan. It's not massively clear on there what we're looking at. This should hopefully be a bit clearer. This is the front of the property here, garage over this side, which obviously is being amended also. And you can see on the proposed, the rear, you can see the dormer roof lights. And we do have 2 objections. One thing that confused me, and it might be house numbering issue. I believe one of the objections came from number 4, which is actually reacted to that. I think there might be an error in there somewhere. I would imagine, not that I want to put words in anyone's mouth, but the two objections came from the nearest neighbours. So you probably note that in our comments, that that needs to be looked at, if that's okay.
The objections.
Oh, yes, so one of the objections appears to be from
I
the
wonder,
house of the applicant,
If I-
unless there's a numbering issue where there's two falls, but I don't think so.
I think perhaps it's in regard to number 4,
Yes,
as opposed to
absolutely.
from number 4.
Yes, but I think on the portal, it looked like it had been,
Shall we have a
Yes.
look now?
Yes, it's got
Yeah.
3 and 4. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's
it
look
might have
now.
a huge deal, but it just doesn't have a great deal of sense.
Let's look.
I
Um,
can't actually see number 3. It's going to overlook them.
I can't either.
No, thank you. It wasn't just me.
No.
was it hard one from the,
No. Well, it took a while, but I got there in the
it was
end.
hard one for me to look at.
Oh.
So I'm glad you had better luck.
Okay.
While you're doing that, perhaps I'll,
So representation, so this is for, which one you wanting to look at? Was it,
0833.
no, which letter? Was it from Full Burston Gardens?
yes,
Which isn't.
it didn't look like it was recommended approval, so my consumption.
The house, do you want me to read it out?
Please, yeah.
The house has always been a source of contention ever since being built, and I've raised my concerns then and now with this new application. The list of concerns is, I'm concerned that the gable end first floor rear extension will be overbearing, especially with a full-length window and a Juliet balcony. Increased loss of privacy. We've suffered from flooding since this house was built, even though we were advised that a pump would be installed to alleviate any excess water. This extension would, in my opinion, make the situation worse. The house already has 2 Velux windows in the rear roof, and we wouldn't want more as these overlook us. Our lack of privacy, as a result of our lack of privacy, we've had to increase the height of our boundary hedge, and this makes us feel closed in. The hedge is expensive to maintain. With the proposed alterations to the garage roof and fenestrations, I hope this won't further intrude on our privacy. And they attached photos of the views of
Which is-
the garden, from their garden.
Which isn't there.
Yes. That's right.
Hang on a minute, let's check.
Which is-
No, they're not shown on the portal. There's also a letter from number 3.
Number 3.
I think I will also attach photos that don't show, I believe.
So which planning application, what address is the application in relation to?
4 Burston Gardens.
So it may be, yeah.
But I'm sure it'll come out in the washes, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the email references the proposed extensions to Full Burston Gardens. So it wouldn't make sense that they were writing from the address, would it?
Anyway, it's not a huge deal, but. Okay, where with regards to the flooding, given that that came up in the reading of the objection, I haven't seen any correspondence regarding flooding from the local planning authority, so happy for us to comment that we would wish to see that, but obviously that is a East Sussex issue, really, as to was it West Sussex?
Middlesex.
So obviously that will be looked at, I'm sure. Okay, so on this particular application, it falls in Baldwin's ward. So councillor Watford, did you wish to make any comments on this?
Thank you. In one of the letters of complaint, it says that this extension, well, it's not an extension, it's a change of fenestration and it's a hip to gable on the garage and it's a gable on the back bedroom window, which is going to have the glazed bit going up into the gable. So I can't see how they're saying it's an extension.
My thoughts was it doesn't.
Anyway, I am happy to approve it because I know neighbours, the one that is also complained is on the left of the property and the Juliet balcony is looking out over the rear. It won't affect them.
Yeah.
Second that, Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, no, that's a perfect valid point. It's to the rear, so yes. Okay, we have a recommendation on the table on a second. Thank you very much. Can we, or does anyone want to make any further points on that while we have a recommendation? No, fantastic. Can I take a vote on that one, please? Thank you very much. That's carried. That we would recommend approval. And yeah, it would be lovely if we could just note that typo in the
Yeah.
in objections, but again, it's interesting. Right, okay, thank you very much. Moving on, thank you for removing those slides that shouldn't have been there, I appreciate that.
That's all right.
So, moving on, DM 25-1264, there's also DM 25-1265, but they're essentially about the same application, just different parts of it. So I'll just put them into one. But essentially what we're looking at is a removal of 3 oil boiler systems, replacing with low carbon alternatives, standard house grade 1 listed building to gain a pellet biomass system, and number 5 and number 6 standing cottages grade 2 listed to gain individual air source heat pump systems to be located in the back gardens. This will include complete radiator and pipe work afterwards. So I believe the cottages are up here, standing houses over here. I'm not an engineer, so these diagrams read through me, and I felt I'm not even putting them in because it didn't really seem wholly interesting. But I did anyway, like I do. So essentially, it's an upgrade of the heating system, which, as far as I can see, makes no particular effect on the fabric of the building. The main reason that I threw it in to discuss today was because of the heritage issue, and we all know Standing House has been there a hell of a long time. So I just wanted to run it by committee to see if anyone had any particular concerns, but I gather that relevant heritage organisations haven't made a comment either way. So that was something I think had a particular concern. Councillor Scott.
It's not a concern, it's just that our standing manor obviously is something that we should be proud of as a National Trust building, and obviously if they need these boilers and they find it's a necessity and it's a requirement, I can't see why it shouldn't happen. They wouldn't want them if they didn't need them. And it's a lovely house, I think we should treasure and look after.
Absolutely. So,
Net zero is creeping up on us all.
absolutely, yeah, whether you like it or not, but I won't ask for support it or not.
Even National Trust.
So, yes, so, yeah, essentially my view would be it's a way forward to join the 21st century, I suppose, and it may well help with sustaining the property as it is. So, barring any issues from the district council with regards to the material fabric of the building, I would have no concerns, and I gather we don't have a relevant ward council for this one, do we? Would it be John Belton?
Yes.
Yes. So I'm going to make a recommendation that we approve this. Can I have a second, please? Thank you very much. Did anyone want to make any further comments before we go to the vote? Fantastic. Can I take a vote on that, please? Thank you very much. That's carried. I thought that's great. There's the fine thing. Got on the slide. Okay, I think that brings us to what should be our final agenda item, which is planning decision DM 24-053. The reason I bring this to your attention is because it was refused, but when it came to us, I believe we actually did discuss it and recommended approval. So it seems worth looking at. This text here is not a complete conclusion, but it kind of explains why it was refused in the manner that it was. So did anyone wish to make any comments on that particular decision? I guess it's just sorry, yes.
Just one thing really, I think when it was discussed in length, and it was discussed twice because it came back to us. There were concerns about road and all sorts of access issues on top of this. So we did actually make some point about recommending if other things could be in place. So obviously the powers that be have taken a
Yeah.
a decision on the, area of outstanding natural beauty and obviously the grade 2 listed. So I think it's good. It was a big discussion at the time as whether we would recommend it or not.
Do we know if this went to committee or was it delegated decision, Sharon? Town clerk?
That's a good
Can you
question.
have a look? Can you
Yeah, definitely find out.
To us,
No, at
Oh.
district.
Let me, I'll have a look, a quick search.
Yeah, thank you. I haven't thought of that, so it might be worth me looking at that next time.
Not necessarily now, but I mean, it'd be interesting just to find out if it was.
Yeah, certainly.
Sounded like it went to committee,
Yeah, it was,
so somebody called it in.
yes.
Wonderful.
It's a bit slow, but
Ooh.
here we go. Yeah, there's a report. Does it say somewhere where it was said it went to committee for this?
If it's on the portal, it'll say decision made by delegated or
Oh, okay,
committee at the
just
top,
bear with me a sec, right.
under,
Right,
don't, please don't.
Yeah, so
No,
it's
I'll
okay.
do it, I'll look at the portal.
It's all right. Details. Will it be? Do you know which tab it is?
It's under the documents, so if you go,
Oh, it is
if you get
under
the top of the documents, first
Okay.
page, it's got the timeline.
Decision notice. There's lots of
Okay.
Delegated, will it be in the delegated report?
If it's delegated, yeah, I'll check it tomorrow, Tim. Don't worry, honestly, please. It's a football match to watch.
Sorry. I
Yeah,
can't
sure.
see all
English,
this
yeah.
where it was here, but it's.
I'm quite happy
Okay.
to defer this one, no problem, but thank you very much for your
Okay.
help, very reasonable question, actually, I'll keep that in mind when we look at these in the future. Did anyone want to make any, that, I think.
Bless you.
Bless you again.
Okay, I think we'll probably move on from that item, that should be the last item, I think. So, the next meeting is Tuesday, the 1st of July, and a closing meeting at 19:39, thank you very much.